Kojiro's heart was pounding fiercely against his ribcage, its resounding beats reverberating through his entire being as he continued to follow Shiro. His legs moved with incredible swiftness, propelling him forward so swiftly that the world around him became a mere blur. Yet amidst the exhilaration coursing through his veins, an inherent fury began to well up within him. How dare that demon lay its filthy hands on his beloved Yin? His jaw clenched tightly as a severe determination surged through him, compelling him to rescue her at all costs. However, beneath the surface of his unwavering revulsion, a flicker of fear flickered in the depths of his mind. The mere thought of something untowards happening to his beloved of his life sent shivers down his spine, enveloping him in a blanket of quiet anxiety, unlike any he had ever experienced before. The weight of the responsibility hung heavy on his shoulders. Instinctively, his resolve to protect you, with every fiber of his being. Eventually, as he continued his reckless pursuit, his eyes caught quite the sight: a dilapidated house, its decaying structure cloaked in a thick blanket of untamed foliage. Without a moment of hesitation, the flame pillar instantly veered towards it, its unwovenly determination etched upon his face. As he drew closer to the weathering door, his senses were suddenly assaulted by the piercing cry that reverberated through his desolation, causing his heart to plummet deep into the abyss of despair. A scream, and it wasn't no ordinary scream. It was Yin's, a desperate plead of help. The weight of uneasiness pressed against Kojiro, urging him to act swiftly, without a pause for contemplation. With movement, he unsheathed his trusted nurturing blade, its gleaming surface reflecting the flickering flames that danced within his fiery spirit. The bright red blade illuminated fiercely subliminal flames as Kojiro used his sword to slash through the door. Once the debris cleared, he spotted a figure standing over you, whom he knew immediately was the vile demon. Let her go. Ko! You exclaimed, your fear now being replaced by an overwhelming joy to see him. Hanaseka growled under his breath in annoyance, and with a swift motion, he roughly grasped your arm and pulled you in front of him, using your body as a meat shield. A startled gasp escaped your lips as you felt the cold, unforgiving touch of the demon's yakizashi pressing against your skin. Its razor-sharp edge hovered dangerously close, ready to slice through your delicate skin and slit your throat. The tension in the air was palpable, as if daring Kojiro to make a move that would undoubtedly cost your life. Due to Hasesuke's malicious spell over you, you're still unable to move, as you could feel your heart pounding in your chest and the exhilaration coursing through your veins. All you can do is excitedly await the outcome of this treacherous standoff. So, I see the flame pillar has returned, Hanasuke said with a wicked grin. I thought you left Kazuna after killing one of my demon brethrens. I said, let her go, Kojiro repeated in a low, stern tone, his once gentle gaze now transformed into a fiery mixture of fury. The words echoed with a resolved force, cutting through the tension with hung heavy in the air. His eyes, once adored and warmed and with compassion, now blazed with an intense fire, a reflection of the fierce protectiveness that surged within him. It was as if a storm had suddenly engulfed was being, casting a shadow over his usually calm demeanor. The weight of his words carried an unwielding authority, leaving no room for neglection nor compassion. It was his unwavering resolve. No one could sense the depths of his commitment and the lengths he would go to safeguard the one he held dear. Now, why the hell would I do a silly thing like that? The demon chuckled. Why should you care? It's not like she means anything to you. Kojiro remained silent, his lips tight and sealed, as he refrained from unsheathing a single word, as if silent spoke values, revealing a midrun of unspoken thoughts, an unexpectation sentence. Hanazuki's eyes widened in realization, as it didn't take long to demeanor the meaning behind Kojiro's quiet demeanor. Even the demon laughed. Ha! Seriously? The mighty flame pillar's willing to risk his pathetic life just so he can bed a woman? Hanazuki's mockery made you blush with embarrassment as you shivered uncomfortably. The words he spoke may not have held an ounce of truth. You know Kojiro wasn't just saving you just so he could lay you. He's saving you because he loves you. It was evident that his actions stemmed from a genuine desire to protect and care for you. But that statement still stirred a mix of emotion within you, making you feel unassured. Meanwhile, Kojiro remained unfazed. Hanazuki's taunts were ineffective for him. The flame Hashira was only finding an opening to stab his blade into the demon's heart. Now that I think about it, I can smell your shitty scent all over her, Hanazuki said in disgust. Yet, she still smells of purity. Meaning that you haven't fucked her? The demon snickered. You felt sick. The demon's vile words made you want to vomit. You felt dirty underneath your kimono, and you'd wish the ground would burst open and swallow you whole. Go, please. The words left your mouth in a soft plead for help as tears started steaming down your face. Quiet! Hanazuki scowls, snapping a clawed hand over your mouth, silencing you. You trembled fiercely in his grasp, feeling the wakishino press a little harder to your neck and breaking the skin. You squeezed your eyes shut as the temperature in the room grew colder and colder. It's happening again. What? Hanazuki shuddered in utter confusion as a chilling sensation slowly curled up his feet, freezing them in place. Kojiro's eyes widened ever so slightly as a flicker of understanding crossed his features. Lady Otsu's words echoed in his mind, warning him of an exact scenario. The gravity of the situation hit him like tons of bricks. You were being consumed by the overwhelming surge of conflicting emotions, and it was taking a physical toll on you, transforming your being into a frozen statue. The realization had hit his heart, racing his sensation of injury. Yin, my love, Kojiro called to you. You opened your eyes and glanced at him, only to see him smiling at you. A wave of confusion washed over him as you tried to comprehend why he would be smiling in a moment like this. It was as if he knew something you didn't, a secret that danced in his eyes. You watched as he took a bold step towards you, his presence exuding a quiet strength that both irritated and intimidated you. Do you trust me? He asked, his soft yet firm voice, as if searching for an answer from the depths of your soul. Meanwhile, Hanazuki, who had been silently observing the exchange, immediately tightened his grip on you. Stay back, he yelled at Kojiro threateningly, although he sounded mostly afraid at the same time. Or I'll slit her goddamn throat, the demon sneered, pressing the blade harder against your neck, causing it to bleed slightly. Kojiro halted in a step, but continued to stare intently at you, his red and golden eyes burning wild. You hesitantly didn't know what you were running through his head right now, but you trusted him greatly with your life. He was your Rengoku Kojiro, the flame of your heart, your lover, and the man who you were going to spend your life with. Your savior. You nodded. I trust you. Seemingly pleased, Kojiro then took the Tenuji Gasu no Seke, since with his sword. His expression is full concern. You put all your faith in him, and whatever he was about to do. What are you? Hanisuke trembled as imaginary flames danced around Kojo. Fifth style, Flame Tiger. Kojo yelled in the lightning speed. He seemingly charged and unleashed several flame slashes that came hurling towards you. In a blink of an eye, they took from a giant illusion a flaming tiger that came crashing towards you and Hasitsuke with blinding speed. You slowly closed your eyes as a fiercely blast opened its flames, and engulfed you. Hanazuki cried out in agonizing pain. You, on the other hand, felt no pain, though you could feel the heat of the flames all around you. However, it wasn't scalding, nor did you feel your flesh being slashed and burned off your bones. After a while, the fire eased. Hanazuke's decapitated body now laying dead on your feet. You found yourself falling forwards, only to fall into a pair of strong, awaiting arms. Slowly opening your eyes, you are greeted by an ever-loving smile. I got you, my lovely snowflame. You're safe now, Kojiro said happily. You couldn't help but smile warmly at your knight in shining armor. How did you find me? Would you believe it if I said a little birdie told me? He laughs. You immediately knew who he was talking about, Shiro. As you reached to stroke his handsome face, Kojiro smiled and kissed the palm of your hand, revealed now that he now had you back in his embrace. I sorry, Ko, I didn't, you started to exclaim. I know, but I don't blame you at all. All that matters is you are unharmed, he reassures, before removing his hori and covering your nude body. What? Sorry. You blushed upon realizing that you were naked. Kojiro's attack must have burned your clothes off. Ooh. As well as your bindings. Now, let's get out of here, he says, lifting you up bridal style and started towards the exit. He would never let anything happen to you as long as he lives.